These are your Unit 4B, Day 4 video notes. We're continuing to work on Standard 1B, Standard 2A, and Standard 3B. We are looking at creating proportions for real-world scenarios, and today we're focusing on finding percentages. So when finding a percentage of a whole, you can set up a proportion, or you can convert a percentage to a decimal and multiply it by the whole. Please make sure that you record this in your notes. All right, there's two different ways to do this. Like I said, you can set up a proportion, or you can convert the percentage to a decimal and multiply it by the whole. So percent proportion, percent means out of 100. So when you set up your percent, if we have 30%, that's 30 over 100. What is 30% of 240? Of always goes on the bottom, and it says what is. We don't know what it is, so that's our variable. So what is 30%? 30 over 100 of 240. And then from here, we just complete our cross products multiplication and solve the equation like we have been all last week. So this is method 1. I like method 2 because it's faster. So first thing we do is we take our percent and we convert it to a decimal, and we do that by dividing by 100. So 30% as a decimal, 30 divided by 100, and that equals 0.3 or 3/10. After we've converted to a decimal, we multiply by the whole. Our whole is 240, so 0.3 or 3/10 times 240 is equal to 72. So what is 30% of 240? 72. Okay, I'm going to do this next one. Like I said, I prefer method 2, so that's what you get to see. So what is 20% of 340? My first step is to convert my percent to a decimal. So I have 20%, I'm going to do 20 divided by 100, and that gives us 2/10. So my first step, like I said, convert my percent to a decimal. My second step is to multiply by the whole. So I have my decimal of 0.2, and I'm going to multiply that by the whole, which in this case is 340. And that gives me an answer of 68. Okay, I will do the next one, and then you'll try the following one on your own. So now we have what is 25% of 32. Like I said, my first step is to convert my percent to a decimal. So it's what is 25% of 32. So I'm going to take 25, and I'm going to divide it by 100. That gives me an answer of 25 hundredths. Then my second step is to multiply my decimal by the whole, so 0.25 times 32, and that gives me an answer of 8. So what is 25% of 32? 8. Okay, so I've done these first two for you using method 2. You are welcome to use method 1 if you prefer that. All right, so I want you to pause the video and try these on your own. Step 1, convert your percent to a decimal. Step 2, multiply the decimal by the whole. Okay, hopefully you had a chance to try this on your own. So my first step of method 2 is I take my percent and I convert it to a decimal by dividing by 100. That gives me an answer of 8/10. Second step is to take my decimal and multiply it by my whole, 80% of 50. So what is my whole? 50. And 80% of 50, or 0.8 times 50, is 40. So what is 80% of 50? 40. Make sure you have all this recorded in your notes accurately, and then let's move on. Okay, now that you figured out how to find the percent of a whole, we are going to practice doing percent word problems. Percents are actually something that you are going to use all the time in your life, knowing how to find sales tax, discounts, markups. Those are important skills because everybody wants to know how much money they're spending, right? So there are some key words right here that will help you with percent word problems right here, this word bank. So what we have to do now is some of them are going to be an increase, which would be addition, and some of them are going to be a decrease, which is subtraction. So just looking through here, let's do that. So if I look at a discount is the amount you're spending going up or down. Well, discount, everybody wants a discount because the price is less or it's going down. So discount would be subtraction. Then we go to tip. If you're giving somebody a tip, are you spending more or less? You're spending more because you're giving them more money. So tip would go under addition. Next, we have coupon. If somebody has a coupon, they are getting money off what they're buying. It's cheaper. So because the price is going down, a coupon is considered subtraction. We have a fee. If you get charged an additional fee, you are paying more money. So the price is increasing, so that would be addition. Next, we have a tax. If you have to pay a tax, you are paying more. If you're paying more, that would go under addition. All right, we got just a few more left. Interest. If you are paying interest on a product, that means like you took out a loan and not only are you paying your loan back, but you have to pay them a little bit extra for getting that loan. That's your interest. So again, if you're paying more, we're going to consider that addition, and it would go in the addition column because if you pay more, you're adding, so it's addition. So interest would go here. All right. Loses, if you lose, that means it's going down. So losses, I shouldn't say loses. Then deposits. If you're depositing money, you're putting money in, you're adding money. So that's going to go in the addition. It's more. And then the last one, withdraws. If you withdraw something, you're taking it away, you're taking it out. So that goes within the subtraction column. All right, so these words right here, these are key words that you are going to see all the time when you're working with money. Okay, I know not everything in math is super interesting, but everybody likes money, so pay attention to this unit, right? All right, please make sure that you have all of this information recorded in the correct column, and then we are going to practice finding the percent of a whole and then either adding or subtracting based upon whether it is an addition scenario or a subtraction scenario. Okay, so we got Max. He's going out to lunch. His original bill is $15. He tips the waiter 20%. What is his new total? So how are we going to use this? First, we are going to use the percent equation. And in order to do that, remember, we have to convert the percent to a decimal. Okay, please make sure you have this in your notes. These step-by-step directions will help you when you get lost. Okay, so we're converting that percent to a decimal. We can see the percent that he tips the waiter is 20%. In order to convert a percent to a decimal, we divide by 100. So 20 divided by 100 equals 2 tenths. How to determine how much Max will have to tip. In order to do this, you have to multiply the original bill by the decimal we found. Okay, make sure you have that in your notes. So the decimal we found was 2 tenths, and we are going to multiply that by the original bill, and the original bill is $15. 2 tenths times 15 is equal to $3. So we know his tip is $3, but Max can't just pay the tip. He's got to pay the original bill too. So to find the total amount, we have to add the tip and the total bill together. Okay, so make sure you have that written down. And how do we know that we have to add and not subtract? Remember, we have our list of keywords up here. Tip, you're paying more, so that is an addition. Remember, if it's getting bigger, if you're paying more, you know you have to add. And you can also just look right here in the column. Oh, tip, addition, perfect. I know I have to add. So we know the tip is $3. The original amount is 15. Add 15. And that gives us a total of $18. So how much does Max pay for his lunch? 18 doll hairs. Okay, I am going to do this first one for you, and then you will try the next two on your own. So Taylor is going to target, when checking out, her total, including sales tax, is $60. And she is a red card member, so she gets a 5% discount. We need to figure out now how much Taylor is going to have to pay after her discount is counted in. So the first thing that we need to do is use our percent equation to convert the percent to a decimal. So we have 5 divided by 100 is equal to 5/100. That's our step 1. Step 2, we need to multiply the decimal by the original amount, and that's $60. So we are going to take our decimal, 0.05, and we are going to multiply that by the original amount, which is $60. 5/100 times 60 is equal to $3. That's our second step. And now our last step is we need to either add or subtract from the original amount, and we can see that this is a discount. A discount is a decrease. It will be less money. That's a good thing. So we need to subtract. Our original amount is $60. Our discount is 3, so we're going to subtract 3. 60 minus 3, and that's going to give us an answer of $57. So now if we were going to write this in a sentence, we would say Taylor spends $57 at Target. Okay, please make sure you have this recorded in your notes, and then your job now is to use these step-by-step directions to complete the next two on your own. Remember, if you're not sure if you're supposed to add or subtract, that you should look at the keywords list on the previous page. So pause your video and try it. Okay, hopefully you finish these two problems before you turn the video back on. The first one, we have Maya. She leaves a 15% tip for a bill of $28. How much is she going to pay? Step 1, convert my percent to a decimal. Step 2, multiply my decimal by the whole amount. It gives me an answer of $4.20. Step 3, you need to determine whether you're adding or subtracting the new amount to the total. It's a tip, so we're adding 28 plus $4.20 is $32.20. So how much is Maya going to pay? Maya will pay $32.20. If you did not get this for your answer, make sure you pause the video and make corrections and then move on to the next problem. All right, on Black Friday, a laptop is on sale for $848.99. The sales tax at this place is 6%. Determine the final cost of the laptop. Step 1, convert your percent to a decimal. Step 2, multiply your decimal by the total amount. Step 3, either add or subtract your total amount by your new amount. And we can see here it's sales tax. That means the price is going to increase. So we need to add. So we take our total amount plus the sales tax, combine it together, and the laptop will cost you $899.93. All right, make sure everything's recorded accurately and then move on. Okay, we have 2 more problems here, and you are going to complete these ones on your own as well. Make sure to just complete each step. You have your 3 steps. Convert your percent to a decimal, multiply by the original amount, and then either add or subtract those together to get your new total. Okay, so we have Katie. Katie will spend $50.92 on the dress. The step-by-step directions are here. It's 33% off, so that is a discount. Then we have Sebastian. Sebastian will pay $150.15 for his new lacrosse stick. All right. We're finding the sales tax here, and that is why we add it, because sales tax is an addition. So look at these step-by-step directions. Everything is color-coded. If you did not get this answer and you are confused, please reach out to me and I will help you out.